Alex, what up, dog?
What's up?
Talk to me about what you're working on here, because this is looking pretty rowdy.
So yeah, this is something that we've been kind of holding on to for quite a while on the back burner. And now we finally have a game plan for it. So this is a 1947 International pickup truck. It was pretty rough when it came to us. Frame and pretty much the whole drivetrain would have had to been completely gone through, and it would have been more work than necessary. So we are now swapping it onto a S10 chassis. There's a big gear frame that they're pretty much all the same, but yeah, we're putting it on a S10 chassis. For the power plant, we have this absolutely gorgeous Chevy 5.3. It is a stock 5.3 truck motor, just with a whole bunch of fancy Holley stuff on it. For the rest of the drivetrain, we are running a 4L80 out of a Chevy 2500 pickup truck. A lot more durable than the 4L60s, and this has overdrive, so it'll be a lot better on the freeway. And then we have a NP246 transfer case, and from there we will be running down to Jeep Rubicon Dana 44 axles, front and rear, lockers, the whole shebang.
Do we know what tire size yet?
So we are likely going to be going with a 35-inch tire. We're not looking to go crazy big, but we still want it to look good. And these tiny little 31s or whatever they are look way too small under.
Yeah, because you had, what was on it before? 35s?
Those were 35s.
Those were 35s. Yeah, Ricky put up a photo. It looks sick. And then
Hey, boss man.
Hey, Ron, what up, dog? Don't worry, I got your upper half.
I'm glad. You'd have a lot more views. How come we have 30,000 views here? So anyway, what's going on?
What up, hey, Ron?
What were we talking about?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and in that photo, that's pretty close to the ride height we're also going to be at.
Oh, okay. What about suspension?
Yep, as far as suspension goes, we are doing a custom 4-link front and rear on it. Obviously with our in-house aluminum control arms. Oh no, wires.
What is that? You got a party going on? You got a keg in this joint.
Don't ask questions.
Ooh, it's getting them Ories, Big Daddy.
It's getting the Ories, but not just any Ories. It's getting little baby piggyback Ories.
I need to put those on my bike, dude.
Yeah, small enough. These are a 8-inch ORI. I'm pretty sure that's the smallest you can get, and like that reservoir is
and
like
it's
literally
it's the
whole
same size.
Yeah,
an 8-inch. So when we say 8-inch, it's 8-inch travel.
Yeah. Stroke.
So like, what's Goliath getting? 12 inches? 12-inch, I think?
I believe 12s. I think the longest we have running on anything is a 14, and that's on the back of Mike's. So yeah, these guys are...
Dude, so we're getting 4 of those.
Yeah, 4 of those.
We're getting 4-linked.
4-linked.
V8.
V8.
And that. Look at this. This is straight out of Mad Max. So it's not going to stay this color. Have we decided a color? Or?
Yes. He wants to go with a old school military livery on it. So we're going to obviously do the OD green. We are likely going to be doing the white star across the hood, kind of like all your old Willys and other old school military trucks.
He said, "Don't video me." Like he owns the joint, and then it's like, "Hey, Ricky, go get my shorts, brother." Oh, I found them.
Thanks, man.
Hey, anytime. I forget where we're at again. Star across the hood.
Yeah. We star across the hood, and we're also likely going to do his rank and name on the doors.
Gotcha.
Because that'll be pretty cool. And then as far as wheels go, we will likely be doing black rhinos, and they're like military.
Is it the ones like on Rob's truck?
Does he have the?
The ones with all the nuts and bolts on them?
Yeah, but
The wheels that look like a hardware store?
I couldn't remember if he had the new style that had like actually like some holes in it, but look about like that. But yeah,
Like that?
yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go. Boom, nailed it.
This cab is going to be like super close to bolting onto this frame with very minimal work. It like came out almost perfect. I've yet to put the bed on it, but that's coming up soon once I get some of this figured out.
Yeah. Because once you get the cab centered up, then
Yep.
the bed does the job for you. I
Yep.
just got to point out something real quick. We're fine.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we're fine.
3 points of contact.
Yeah, so 44 front and rear, 35s, V8, auto, ORIs on a, what year is this?
47.
47 International. Yeah. Yeah, so that's one of the projects Alex is working on. Why don't we go take a look? You got 3 going on.
Yep,
But we're just covering the 2 big ones.
Yep, this is just a small in-between job, doing some rewiring for his dash and some new gauges and whatnot.
Yeah, this one's got a new frame under it too.
Yep. So my other project here, you might be thinking, what in the heck is going on here? Looks like we have a kind of caged Chevy 5 window going on here. Well, we're replacing all of the floor, all of the firewall. This is a 48 Chevy pickup, and we've also had this one for a little while and finally getting around to it. And this one was originally slammed on static, so it was lowered still on leaf spring and coil springs on the front. You might be thinking, this is not a original 47 to 53 Chevy frame up here. It's not. This is actually out of like a 79 Camaro or Trans Am. This is one of the common ways of putting a independent front suspension under these trucks to make them significantly better and be able to lower them down. This is basically exactly the same suspension that was on that S10 frame. So you got a bunch of weird bulgy stuff going on here, all your mounts for all your control arms and stuff like that. So all that had to get cut off.
Gotcha.
And then we'll go in and do our ORI mounts and stuff, and that'll all get re-boxed into itself.
So you're cutting the floor out of this thing.
Yep, cutting the floor out.
Yeah, so if you've got one of these and you're needing to cut the floor out, we're gonna have a cab
brace kit
for you for sale, because he spent like a few days just bracing the cab.
It was a day and a half.
Okay.
That's all it took. But yeah,
I mean, that's pretty intricate.
Yeah, that's to help. Once you remove half the structure of it, if you don't have that, the cab's gonna taco in on itself, yeah. And then if you try and weld things back together, your doors might not end up fitting anymore.
Yeah, so something like this is pretty necessary for the amount of body he was removing because of rust and making transmission tunnels and stuff. So
yep.
Yeah, let's look at this, what you've already done to it.
Yep. So
tell me about this bed
so far.
And that.
Well, this is a new bed because the old bed was full of rust and a lot of damage along the bottom edge of it. So yeah, we're working on getting a new bed put on it. We are doing a 4-link rear suspension, airbags front and rear, and so we have our gas tank back here that'll sit underneath the wooden floorboard. Our air tank, we have our dual compressors going on back here, and then we'll have a airlift, I believe, airlift. They have a Bluetooth manifold box that does all your stuff, so you don't have to have individual solenoids for each bag. It's all just into one compact little module that's Bluetooth. You can control it from your phone, control it from the remote, and we have ride height sensors, so you can program
like different,
like there's like 3 positions where you can have it pre-programmed in there to just automatically go to.
Nice.
Yeah, super trick. So this actually originally came out of the car that the front half of our frame came out of.
I didn't know that.
So this is a Pontiac 400 small block motor. She's pretty spicy. We could probably put a little video clip of it running in
Oh yeah,
there.
that one you sent me of it just running in the chassis. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, this thing is pretty bad with a turbo 400 behind it.
And this is all your floor and everything for the cab?
Yeah, this is floor, firewall.
Those door sills, is that what I'm looking at?
No, that was for the gas tank that originally sat behind the seat.
Oh, gotcha.
Those are like the mounting straps and stuff, but we don't need any of that.
Yeah, is it getting a fuel cell or is it going back to the keg?
So,
oh, I saw it in there. We talked about that.
Fuel cells. Fuel cell in the 48 Chevy, 47 International. They were planning on running a full-size keg for a gas tank, but it was just.
Oh, the keg was in that. Okay, I'm getting it backwards. I knew the keg over there was.
It was not the way to go on this. So yeah, we're going to be doing an underbed gas tank fuel cell on that one as well.
Gotcha.
Believe it or not, this actually came, I believe, also out of the car they got that frame and motor and stuff from. And this is clearly not from a
47,
48 Chevy pickup. They literally had this thing tucked up under the dash, and you could kind of see the speedometer through one of your original gauge holes. And the fuel, I don't know if you could even see the fuel gauge, but it's behind this. That's supposed to be fuel, battery, oil, and temperature. They left this little piece in there. Yeah, it was all just stuff back there. Like, it wasn't even mounted. It's kind of just crammed in there.
Just duct taped in behind the dash.
Yeah. So this one was completely just primer black when it came in. Very bright red interior. But yeah, he's going with a gloss black paint job on this. Just keep it super clean with the nice chrome wheels and other chrome accents and stuff on it. I think he might be going back with the red interior. Not 100% sure on that. We don't have all the details buttoned up yet there, but yeah, she's gonna be pretty.
Bergman 5000.
What's up?
What up, dog? So tell me about this little project you've been working on.
This has been a fun little 2005 Toyota Tacoma that we've been doing. It came in because the engine was, well, in pieces.
Okay.
To say the least. The valve cover was in multiple pieces in the bed, just all kinds of messed up. Well, the customer decided he wanted to do a V8 swap.
Okay.
So that's what we started to get into. And when I started tearing it down, noticed that this truck was from the north and the frame was completely rotted out on it.
Oh, from the north, eh?
Yeah, but I've got big hands and I could put my fist through the frame.
Oh.
It was bad.
Yeah, so this was actually the frame that you made a paint booth over here for.
Yeah, this is the one that we did the paint booth on my bay. Yeah, stripped it down to bare frame, sandblasted it, then I had to patch it so Rob could patch it. That's the thing. But yeah, I got it back together and set in the 4.7 V8 that came out of a 2003 Tundra. And I will tell you what, it fits like a glove. It's like it should have been in it to begin with.
Yeah. The interesting thing about this truck is it is a short bed, regular cab,
single cab, 5-speed manual 4-wheel drive.
It's a unicorn. I don't think I've ever seen one. I mean, I'm sure.
They're being the manual 4-wheel drive short bed single cab is kind of rare. It's not the rarest one out there, but man, I tell you what, we had a hell of a time trying to find parts for it just because it's a single cab short bed 4x4.
That's why we couldn't just get a frame for it.
Oh yeah, no,
that was
absolutely
option
not.
number one, and it was like, nope.
Nope, we had to fix the frame that was in it to begin with.
Yeah.
But it has been a labor of love. Been on it for a year and a half, I think.
Yeah.
Just finishing it up, and man, it runs good though.
Yeah.
It runs real good. And like I said, that motor looks like it should have been in there stock.
So what were some complications you had, if any, getting this V8 in here?
Well, when I set the motor in, we got an adapter kit from XAT. The wiring harness, oil pan, and PCM relearn all came from Northwest Toys. When I originally set the motor, I just had the adapter kit from XAT, and I didn't have the body on it, so I literally just put the adapter plate in, had the transmission bolted up to the motor, set it in on the transmission mount to set my engine mounts. And I will tell you what, I got super lucky that it lined up perfectly. It was like I meant to do it. Other than that, had a clearance for the oil pan a little bit more because I didn't have it at the time when I originally set everything in. It was touching, so I had to do a little bit of tweaking, but it clears beautifully now. Modifying the AC lines was a bit of a chore. But then really just...
Wait, it says AC?
Yeah, and it'll freeze you out.
That's dope.
It's got working heat, working AC, working power steering. I mean, all the features and functions of the truck itself, even though it's a base model, work. We kept everything. I mean, it wasn't like so much hard. It was just kind of piddly stuff that just fiddling that I had to do. Like the cooling system here is all factory Tundra. Ian Johnson of on YouTube, he used to do like Extreme 4x4 and a bunch of other stuff. He himself has done this exact swap into a 2005 white single cab short bed Toyota Tacoma.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Same thing.
But there was quite a bit of stuff that he did differently than I did. Like he used the Tacoma radiator, whereas I kept the Tundra radiator. That way I could keep all the cooling and everything stock. And that was my biggest thing that I wanted to try and do on this truck, was make it serviceable. So the motor mounts, stock Tundra motor mounts, stock Tundra cooling system. As many parts as I could keep factory, I kept. Just because the customer, if ever in the future he needs to service the vehicle for whatever reason, he can easily handle that. But yeah, no, the truck runs good. Just got done test driving it. I am really happy with how it's turned out. Yeah. It's been a labor of love for sure. And then the customer provided me this huge rough country lift kit.
Yeah, tell me about this lift, because it is a tall boy.
Man, I don't know exactly what size it is. I thought for sure it was never going to lower in the front, and it kind of didn't. I just have just enough clearance in the control arm and the struts to drive it. I was like,
gosh.
Jesus. And honestly, though, I'm kind of glad he went with it. And then with this wheel and tire combo, I think it looks pretty good. It's about one of the meanest Tacomas I've seen around.
Yeah.
I'm not sure of the brand.
Because they look like TRD wheels.
But they're not. Do, but they're aftermarket wheels for sure.
And are these tires off of a Bronco?
Yes.
Just making sure my eyes aren't playing tricks on me.
Yes,
okay.
These tires are off of Bronco.
We got the Bronco turf tires.
We also did a body mount relocation on it when I was doing the frame.
Oh, okay.
So we can clear these tires. Other than that, axles are stock. Believe it or not, transmission is stock.
Really?
That came behind the four-cylinder.
Oh, is that going to hold up?
So far, it seems pretty stout, honestly. Stock transfer case, stock transmission. Really, the only thing we changed on it, besides lifting it and fixing the frame, was put a 4.7 V8 in.
And then make it work like it should. Yeah.
Yeah. And it fires right up. It sounds beautiful. Like I said, heat, AC work. It's a fun truck. It took a while to get here for sure, because that frame. But we got it all fixed. I forget exactly what company we got all the repair pieces from.
Oh yeah, because it was a kit that had like a frame repair.
Yeah, and we had to do it in chunks and sections. But I had to fix parts of the frame first
before,
so we could even have a spot to put those.
Yeah.
Got believe it or not, it's even got a fully working evap system in it.
Oh, so no check engine lights, none of that stuff?
Well, it does have a check engine light on at the moment, but that's for an O2 sensor. So we may just have to put an O2 sensor in.
Yeah.
Because I haven't changed those. But yeah, I mean, it's the motor, bone stock. Haven't changed anything about it internally. The only thing aftermarket on the engine besides the oil pan is the intake, just because the stock intake didn't fit.
Gotcha. Yeah, this is one of those things where he'd work on it for like 3 days, and then it'd be 2 months before he got to touch it again, because he'd get pulled off of it to have to go do something else. So it's kind of hard to make a video on it.
Yeah, it was either that or I was waiting for weeks on end for parts to show up.
Yeah.
It was like work on it, like you said, work on it a couple days and then wait.
Yeah.
Work on it a couple days and then wait.
Yeah.
Like this last iteration of waiting was new gauges. Yeah, we did some aftermarket gauges in it so we could have oil pressure and water temp. Because that's one thing Ian Johnson was saying with his, that he didn't even have working coolant temp on his, so he ended up having to do an aftermarket gauge. So I found this nifty little pod mount from Craven Speed. And then Lane up there 3D printed me some rings to space the gauges just right. Mm-hmm. And they just
clear. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just clear. But we went with autometer gauges because if I'm going to put gauges in it, I want quality. Now we actually have coolant temp. I have oil pressure. Oh yeah, it did great. And then it sounds. We did a MagnaFlow exhaust on it, and we did a 2-into-1, so it's like 2 1/4 into the MagnaFlow and then 3-inch out.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let it rip. Oh.
Very loud, very rowdy. But this one, super drivable, super comfy. It actually rides super smooth. Like I'm well happy with how it's turned out.
Yeah, you've done a good job. I mean, it's your baby. You've been working on it since the beginning, and
yeah,
I know you're gonna be sad. I'm just kidding. You're probably happy it's gone.
I'm ready for it to go back to its owner for sure.
Yeah, because now you can focus on that.
Yeah, I've got doing a motor replacement in it, not a swap, because this one got hydrolocked. We also got to send the supercharger out and get it fixed, and then
we're fixing it. That's fixable. The supercharger had standing water in it.
Yeah, yes it did.
No.
I had it turning, but then it stopped turning. So I'm sending it to Magnacharger or Magnuson, whomever it is, and letting them deal with it.
Yeah. So this is what year is that? It's like one of the first JKs.
2008. So it's the second year of the JK.
Yeah, so it's got the 3.8 in it, and it's been sitting out behind the shop
forever.
Yeah, since before I started. But the story is, well, you tell them. It was the snorkel taken in water, which is kind of ironic.
So yes, we found a crack in the snorkel box, for the air box, so because snorkel allows you to go into water. Well, this one allowed water to intrude into it, and there was about 2 gallons of water in the snorkel. It was as I like to call it, a reverse snorkel, or a straw, as it would. And so therefore, it sucked water into the motor and hydrolocked it. Yeah. And for some strange reason, we also found bits of rat in the oil pan.
What?
There was fur in the oil pan, and I'm not sure where it came from.
We'll just pretend we didn't see that.
Yeah. So we're putting a new engine in it.
Yeah, we're Jasper's getting us hooked up with a new engine, so and then that can be out of here.
And then as soon as the motor's pulled out of that, I'm bringing in Mike's to fix his transmission.
Ooh.
So thankfully enough, we don't have to change the tranny. Tranny works just fine. Yeah. I'm just going to change the extension housing on it so we can actually bolt the Atlas into place so it doesn't move around anymore.
Gotcha. Sweet.
I mean, when you beat on them like they do, I mean, things like this can happen.
Yeah.
So it's not bad install or we did bad work or anything like that. Just Mike's really hard on this Jeep.
Yeah. White Widow's also been pretty good. I mean, other than the hydro assist the past 2 years at Moab.
And shearing off.
Yeah. But other than that, it's been pretty bulletproof. So it's about time something on it broke. And a new front axle.
Yeah, I saw the crack on that. And that was a whoop.
Anyways, thank you, sir. Appreciate
Absolutely.
you. What are you doing?
Man,
I've been back here making magic with Burger and Alex.
I'm sorry.
Because I don't know where you've been.
Don't worry, I'll be back out in the shop soon.
Okay. I
We're
believe you.
getting ready to weld up Goliath back there.
I forget you were here.
I know.
You've been
I'm sorry.
hanging out.
I don't mind the company.
Hanging out with
It's kinda
Christine.
nice.
Yeah.
Have anybody met Christine yet?
I'm trying to.
That's who that is.
This is getting ready to be my new office because I haven't ever had an office in this building.
That's right.
I know it's not much, not much, but the girls are getting a new office, and so Mike and I
The channel doesn't know about that yet.
I know, yeah.
What hints can
Top
you give?
secret. Yeah. Top
Can you
secret.
give any hints? So I thought I'd end the video by showing you White Widow and what Burger was just referring to. See that big old crack? You see it? Yeah, that's not supposed to be like that. We actually noticed that at the end of our s'more trip a few months ago, Mike was loading this up on his trailer. At the end of the trip, the Jeep's been doing fine, and he's putting his strap on it. He hooks it onto his truss right here, and he saw that and was like, that's not good. So then we stepped back, and you probably won't be able to see it now, but this driver front wheel has some camber to it. So the front axle's definitely toast. So we've got a new front axle to put in it. We'll do a whole video on that, but we've got a trip to Hot Springs. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Trying something new, you know, going around the shop, talking to the boys, seeing what they're doing. Let me know what you think about it. What you don't like about it, what you like about it. Comment below if that was okay. I don't know. I just work here. Yeah, make sure to like, subscribe. This fan's gonna be really loud. Yeah, do the thing. I don't know how to end these. Robert usually does it for me, so